Today we're diving into a really neat guide that lays out 5 simple steps to find a little more joy and purpose, especially when the world feels, a bit much. So let's get right into it.
So does this hit home for you at all? That feeling of anxiety that just kind of hums in the background? Or maybe feeling a little aimless, a bit confused, even when, on paper, everything in your life seems fine?
Well, if that's you, the author we're looking at today says you are so not alone. They actually point to a spiritual reason for why so many of us feel this way. But, and this is the important part, they also offer 5 really practical, down-to-earth solutions to help you navigate out of it.
Okay, so first things first, let's really dig into what this problem actually is. What's the deal with this anxious, modern state of mind?
The author has a great name for it. The monkey mind. And you probably know exactly what this feels like. It's that nonstop inner chatter, your brain just swinging from one worry branch to the next, never really settling down, even when you're supposed to be relaxing.
So why does this happen? Well, the author points to this concept called Maya, which you can think of as a kind of delusion. It's this idea that we get tangled up in an illusion. All the pressures from society, chasing after stuff, worrying about the day-to-day, and it disconnects us from what's actually real and important. And that disconnect, that's what's feeding the monkey mind.
But here's the good news. This isn't about being stuck in that feeling forever. It's really about finding a way forward, a path to connect with something way deeper, and start writing a brand new story for yourself. And the big takeaway here is all about taking action. The author is basically saying, hey, don't wait for things to get bad to make a change. The whole message is to be proactive. Start taking small, practical steps right now to point your life in a new direction. And the ultimate goal here is honestly pretty profound. It's about cutting through all that mental noise to connect with what the author calls your true self. And once you tap into that, you get this incredible power to actually rewrite your own life story, to make it one that's truly aligned with who you are.
All right, so that brings us to the really good stuff, the how. Let's break down the 5 practical steps the author gives us to actually find that sense of enjoyment and peace.
So here they are, all 5 of them. We've got enjoying the present moment in nature, listening to your inner music, asking the universe questions, doing a bit of meditation, and finally, just enjoying life without feeling guilty about it. Let's go through them one by one. Step 1 is just beautiful in its simplicity. Get out in nature. And the key thing is, you're not supposed to do anything. Just be there. Put your worries on a shelf for a bit and just soak it all in, whether you're deep in a forest or just looking at a beautiful sky.
I love how the author puts this. It's not about analyzing what you see or snapping a picture for Instagram. It's about this deeper connection, about letting the being of nature kind of merge with your own being. The whole point is to feel like you're a part of it, not just watching it. Okay, step 2 takes that same idea and brings it indoors. The advice is try this the second you wake up. Seriously, before you even think about grabbing your phone, just sit, relax, and listen. The author says if you do this, you'll start to hear a kind of inner music, a peaceful melody inside you that you've probably never even noticed.
And here's a really interesting, specific little tip from the author. If you're right-handed, they suggest you try to focus on listening through your right ear. It's a kind of quirky detail, but it's memorable, and it's designed to help you really tune into that feeling of inner calm. Step 3 is all about sparking a sense of wonder. It's about connecting with that feeling of how big the universe is by just asking it your biggest, deepest questions. And the process couldn't be simpler. Find a clear night sky, look up, and just ask whatever's truly in your heart. The author suggests that the answers can feel almost instantaneous, and that the experience can fill you with this incredible feeling of wonder and pure amazement.
Now, step 4 is meditation. And before your brain goes, oh, I don't have time for that, or it's too complicated, wait. The author makes this so accessible.
Yeah, just forget all the complicated stuff you might have heard. The suggestion here is to just start with 5 minutes. That's it. Just sit or lie down and simply pay attention to your breath coming in and your breath going out. It sounds almost too simple, right? But the author promises it is incredibly powerful. All of these other steps lead us right here to the 5th and final one, which really wraps it all up, and it's a direct command. Enjoy your life, and do it without feeling guilty. The whole philosophy here is that life is truly meant for enjoyment. The only real rule is a simple one: don't hurt anyone. But then there's that big question, right? How do you actually do that, especially when that monkey mind is going wild? And this is the brilliant part. The author brings it all back around. You learn how to enjoy life by practicing the first 4 steps.
They're not just abstract ideas, they're the actual instruction manual.
So after laying all this out for us, the author leaves us with one last, really powerful message. It's the simplest call to action you could imagine.
That's it. That's the whole thing. No more overthinking it, no more waiting until the right time. The journey out of that anxious mind and into a life with more purpose and joy, it all begins with that one simple, powerful move. Just start. And that really is the perfect place to end. We've got a clear, simple path laid out for us. So the only real question left is, which one of these simple, powerful steps are you going to try first?